Hey, Monty Maniacs, and to all of the digital world out there, I am Robo Monty, and this is my YouTube channel. Welcome back. And to all of my newcomers, make sure you hit that subscribe button, comment below, tell a friend to tell a friend. We trying to get to 300 subscribers by March. Did they not hear? I almost forgot. My sister is back.
I'm like, where's the introduction?
I'm sorry, sis. You know, I'm so used to doing it by myself now that I be forgetting.
I'm here.
Yes, because I couldn't have done a Grammy episode without you at all. I mean, come on now. This is our thing. We do this on a daily, so why not judge them on the same scale that we do ourselves? Did you watch the entire show last night, sis?
I wouldn't say the entire thing.
Okay.
It was news.
Oh, the highlights. Highlights. And you know what's funny? I was talking to a lot of my friends, and a lot of people don't watch the Grammys.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like when we were kids, like, watching award shows were like a thing. In my household, it was like Oscars, Emmys.
Whereas though we would tape it,
sis,
and go back and watch it.
On the DVR.
Like, tribute.
No, for real. Tribute. Like, it used to be such a big thing. And I guess a lot of people don't tune in anymore. I mean, to be honest, I haven't even watched the VMAs in a long time. And that used to be like the go-to award show. And I don't know, maybe our award shows did? Did y'all watch the Grammys? Comment below if y'all watched the Grammys, because it was a very interesting night. I feel like that's the best way to classify.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Very interesting. The first thing that we are going to get into, since I have the fashion icon here herself, behind some of the most iconic rovomonty looks, I had to have you here so we can go and dive in for the best and the worst looks of the Grammys. We have to start there. We have to start at the red carpet.
Let's get into it.
So let's get into it. So I'm gonna go first with and we're only doing 3 looks, y'all. We can't go through. We're not going through everybody because no shade, the girls ain't deliver.
They did.
Nobody does. It was so underwhelming last night. It's the Grammys. It's the Grammys. Are the stylists not pulling looks? Huh?
Where's the glamour? There was no glamour.
Where's the glam squad?
Gia Gunn.
And I was really, really excited, especially seeing like the people that were actually attending the Grammys. I was like, oh, I know the people. The people were waiting for Rito. The people were. I mean, we always waiting for Rito on the red carpet, but I was like, what is she coming out for?
Were we waiting for Rito?
Some people were.
She's home with the boys.
I do have very select few who did catch my eye. So, number 1, I am going to pick out John Legend. Now, across the board, the men ate the red carpet, ate the fashion in general last night. And it was something very different for John Legend. He was dressed in Yves Saint Laurent. He's a very classic man. He's a traditional R&B singer.
It was very Parisian.
Very Parisian. Sis, it was fresh off of Paris fashion.
Yeah, it was.
Fresh off of it.
It was.
So I was not expecting that for him to wear that. So for it to be unexpected, he's gonna be on my list for sure. And it was something that I would wear. Like, you know, like I was like, me and John Legend do not have the same closet at all. So for us to be wearing the same thing is kind of gay. 21 Savage. Now I like 21. I don't know his catalog fully. But he looked so good last night.
So clean.
The braids, the stitch braids, sis.
Stitch braids. I feel like it was unexpected because I don't really get like fashion from him.
Yeah.
So this was definitely
I was like, ASAP, you better watch out. You better watch out.
This is a moment.
It was definitely, even down to the all red look with him and Burna Boy. I was like,
in the performance,
the people were styling on his team.
Yeah,
on his team they were.
He came ready. He knew where he was.
He knew because he was nominated. He was nominated for a couple of Grammys, I believe. So I think that's why he was coming to, just in case he had to get up on that stage. The only other person that I felt like could make it to my list, and what I'm going to base my list off of, is somebody that's doing something that's unexpected.
Okay.
Sis, Fantasia looks...
Sis.
The whole Color Purple run in general, let's shout out her team because Mama has been eating it up.
The glam, the hair, the fashion. Like, she hasn't dropped the ball yet. So this was just
the icing on the cake. The Oscars are coming. Oscars are coming. I was very impressed with Fantasia Barrino, and I feel like she doesn't get her flowers, and I'm gonna give it to her tonight for sure.
So my best dress, we have Janelle Monáe.
We only doing 3, sis. I said 3.
3?
I said 3.
Janelle Monáe and Giorgio Armani.
Ooh,
like 8. Body, hair, and I feel like this look was a little toned down for her,
but versus her other look.
Yeah,
because she could have wore the look that she wore to the Clive Davis.
Yeah, I don't know who designed that, but sister, that look.
That was the best dress of the night. That was the best dress of the night.
Janelle Monáe and Giorgio Armani. We have Victoria Monet.
Okay.
And Versace custom.
Versace.
Her and the Gaines. Who? Is that her baby former name?
Oh,
the family, the whole fam. I think they all had on Versace.
And I love that he didn't have on brown. He had on like that green, like that muted green.
They all look good.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they did.
Lenny Kravitz.
I mean, it's Lenny.
Sis.
It's Lenny.
And we want to talk about butterflies.
No, sis. The butterflies aren't here.
And so he was in Margiela, Rick Owens.
He was a good. I mean, it's Lenny, sis. It's Lenny. What else do you expect?
He looked amazing.
He looked amazing. You want to get into these worst looks? I'm gonna give you the honor
to start the worst.
To start it off,
I have in my notes everyone.
Says I have it in my notes.
Everyone. LOL.
Outside of the people that we mentioned, honestly, everybody else dropped the ball. Now, I do have a couple of honorable mentions. I will say
worst dress.
No. Just like they look good, but it wasn't like worthy of like best dress. Like you look cute coming to the Grammys, but it wasn't given like best dress.
Okay.
Like for me, I would say Tyla looked cute. I liked her dress. For her first Grammys. You didn't live, sis?
It gave Ice Skater.
Okay, I can see that. Actually,
she looked. She's a beautiful girl, gorgeous girl.
Beautiful girl.
The glam was great. I didn't care for the hair. I didn't care for the dress, but she's gorgeous.
Now, since we're talking about hair, I'm gonna be honest, sis.
Cause we can talk about hair.
We can. I didn't put Victoria on my best dressed look.
You didn't like her hair.
Sis, I didn't like the hair.
You didn't like the French roll.
I didn't. I feel like it. Okay, it looked better when she got her award
versus the carpet.
Yeah, I didn't like it on the carpet, and then they made it worse for me when they showed the sketch when she had the blonde wavy and it was behind.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I know she was trying to give like the brown homage to Jaguar,
right?
But I would have loved to seen that icy blonde with it and her giving sis.
Yeah, that would have
elevated the look. That would have elevated them. That would have been best dressed. Damn. I will say, like, I don't know if the rain played a part in a lot of the missteps in the glam, specifically hair. I've seen a lot of hair issues. Also, I've seen a lot of glam issues in general. So I don't know if it has something to do with the weather.
Yeah, maybe.
I think that probably played a big part in some issues opportunities when it came to the glam.
Honorable mention to Miley Cyrus. She had about like 5 looks.
Which look?
6 looks. I loved all of her looks, sis.
But did you like the hair with
the hair with the looks? It was the hair. Like a lot of like people, the hair and the glam just wasn't on.
Now the hair for Miley probably looked the best for me at the
performance.
Now I did like it with the burgundy. As far as if we're talking about which hair, which
outfit,
which outfit looked the best. I will say now that red carpet look.
Sis, you didn't like it?
The gold look?
I loved it.
I hated it.
You hated it?
Hated it.
I loved it.
I hated it. It was the hair.
And it's the hair.
If the hair was snatched.
Yes.
Snatched back.
Like a clean, like a pony would have been great with that. A sleek pony would have been great.
You're doing too much. It's too much going on.
Yeah, because with the dress, you're taking away.
That's what I'm saying. Now, if it was a slicker, I would have been like, oh. This is Grammy.
Yeah. And then
I'm sorry.
And then the wild hair for the performance, because she was channeling Tina Turner.
I feel like she was channeling the great. Like she was channeling Dolly. Like she was channeling everybody, like all of her icons, like she was talking about.
Said,
but
and the Grammy goes to.
Now the reason why we are coming to the Grammys is to 10-10-10 grab an award.
Yeah, who's walking home with what?
We have our favorite categories.
Yes.
Mostly pop, R&B, and rap. No shade to the other categories. We love y'all too, but this is the ones we hear about the most.
Yeah.
So we have Best New Artist winner.
This made the night for me.
Sis, it made the night. And if y'all don't know, the winner is Victoria Monet.
The Victoria Monet.
Sis, when I tell you, before I called you, I was screaming to the top of my lungs. Screaming to the top. And all I could say was, oh my God. Oh my, that's literally all I kept saying over and over again.
It definitely was an OMG moment.
Yeah.
Very full circle for her.
Victoria to me represents like hope. This lady is 34 or 35, y'all. Like, I don't think y'all understand how big ageism is in entertainment in general. So, like, things like this don't happen. Yes, she has been working. She's been working for 15 years, but sometimes you still are anonymous. You can still remain anonymous. And for her to just, and then I didn't even know the part about her having a binder and pitching it to the labels and nobody wanting to work with her. And then her manager left the label and they just went ahead and did the album. Like, you know what? Like, that is like, this girl has been working hard and writing for your faves, and now is the best new artist, 3-time Grammy winner.
The price is going up.
That was honestly the reason why I tuned in. She was the reason that I tuned in. And it's
no shade to the other girls.
Grammys, we should have had her on that stage. I'm confused on why she wasn't performing. Song of the Year, Billie Eilish won for What Was I Made For?
Okay.
Record of the Year is Miley for Flowers. I know you were excited about that.
Well deserved. This was her first Grammy.
I could not believe that was her first Grammy.
I said, excuse
now she has two.
me?
Now she has two. I mean, a lot of our favorite people either do not have Grammys or have very few.
Yeah.
Very few, which is crazy. I mean, Diana Ross, one of the biggest stars of all time, has an honorary Grammy, which is insane. It blows my mind for the rap categories. You know, Future won. I don't even know the song. Never heard the song. Don't know the record. I know Future is very popular. Don't get me wrong. But the fact that female rappers have been running the game not only last year, but for the past few years.
Yes.
And for no Doja, for no Nicki. Yes, I know the Grammys, they have their relationship with Nicki. You know, they don't really get along, but you cannot deny the year that she's had. Even with Ice Spice, like, you can't even, like, I wouldn't even have been mad if y'all would have given it to Nicki and Ice Spice, because I'd have been like, oh, okay, I mean, you know, that's just how the game goes. So, you know, even when they played with posting it on their website and then taking it back down,
switch the ballot.
I mean, at this point, I don't think I mean, never say never, but right now with all of the hoopla that's going on, I don't see it happening anytime soon. But we'll see next year, because I mean, she did just release an album, so.
Yeah, that train has left the station. Okay. No disrespect in any way.
R&B performance, I See You, Coco Jones. Coco is now a Grammy winner. She has her one Grammy, well deserved, because I See You had us in the ICU because I mean, come on.
Well deserved.
Well deserved. I mean, R&B performance. R&B performance, we're talking about vocals.
From Disney to the Grammys.
And then we have Jaguar winning the best R&B album, period. Ooh. That was a very big category. So for her to win that against a lot of good, Summer Walker, SZA, like that's pretty major.
Yeah.
And we have best R&B song. We have SZA with Snooze. I mean, Snooze was a standout record from the jump.
Yeah.
Like Snooze was one of those records that I went back and replayed, and once it hits the waves,
it was no denying
it. It was no denying it. So I mean, it's rightfully understood
deserved,
and deserved. Any pushback on any of the categories that we say? I know we're gonna get to album of the year, best believe. We're gonna get to album of the year, best believe, but I need to save my energy for that conversation.
I think for the most part, the Grammys hit the nail on the head with the winners, especially in the pop and R&B categories.
What I liked about it too is that literally everybody got a Grammy.
Oh yeah,
like everybody pretty much got, or it wasn't like somebody swept all of the categories. You know what I mean? So I did enjoy that.
It was a bit
this
fair.
Time. Yeah, it was a bit. It was a bit more fair. More fair.
Yeah. Jay-Z received, what was his award?
It was the Dr. Dre award. It's like the humanitarian award that they get at the BET Awards. Okay. It's like that. It's like one of those like honorary awards.
Okay. Shout out to Jay-Z.
Shout out to Jay. The speech was iconic.
The speech was iconic.
I mean, when Jay-Z is one of those type of people, when he speaks, people listen.
Yeah.
He just has that type of energy, that sage energy.
Yeah.
How did you feel about the speech that he made?
I'm glad that somebody from like that level spoke out, and I love that he did that. V was
he said, "I'm not here." Whenever the camera or anybody said, like, B was in disguise.
Yeah.
B did not want to be bothered.
I'm happy that somebody called him out on their shit.
Yes.
And they proved his point shortly after. We'll get into that. So, speech iconic. I'm glad he spoke out about it. Yeah.
Somebody on his level had to say that.
Yeah.
Like, if it was somebody below that, it would have not even been.
It wouldn't have hit, yeah. I'll give these awards out to people who are undeserving based off of popularity or based off of skin complexion. No shade.
Let's talk about it. Because we should be grading off of skill. Skill, not popularity. Let's go back to when Esperanza Spalding won Best New Artist when Lady Gaga had just came out. And you could not have told me that Gaga was not going to win. You could have not have told me that Gaga wasn't going to win. Everybody said, who the hell is this? So, like, that's what I'm saying. We should be grading off of skill and not how popular you are.
Yeah.
Because if we want to talk about popularity, Beyonce should have won for Renaissance last year.
Right.
It was one of the best. Not only was it album number-wise, but the culture reset that it had.
Talk about it.
You got girls coming out mimicking the sound. If we want to talk about it.
Let's talk about how the Grammys stole
the Renaissance stage. If y'all have a chance, please go look at the Grammy stage.
That design was literally.
I know she gagged when she got
Renaissance.
There. No matter what anybody says, I think that is something that needs to be said. Like, the industry is in a very weird space right now, and I think we need somebody to shake it up.
Yeah, we need something to happen.
Yeah, we need somebody to shake it up, and I think that's what he did last night.
He definitely.
I think that's what he did. He made a statement.
I hope the statement
sticks,
and the further award shows to come, like, they make it a little fair.
Make an adjustment.
Yeah.
And speaking of, because, you know, having Jay-Z win this award and then having him have that speech, and then at the end of the night, we have the most, I guess, decorated award of the night, which is Album of the Year.
Yes. It was presented by the Celine Dion.
Shout out to Celine
for coming out the house.
Not only coming out of the house, coming out of the country.
Yeah.
Okay? Mama was in Canada minding her business, getting her health together, and got a call from the Grammys, okay?
And pulled up.
One of the best voices of our time. Come on. Let's give it up to the legend. So we get to, you know, Album of the Year. And Taylor Swift is the winner, yet again, you know, for the fourth time. It's not in a row, but it is for the 4th time.
Mm.
And I'm not trying to take any talent awards or saying that she's not deserving. I'm not saying that. For me, it just seems like a lot of politics.
It seems forced.
And it seems forced. It doesn't seem genuine to me because you cannot tell me that, not even talking about Beyonce, but for SOS.
Yes, who was in the category.
For SOS to not win Album of the Year.
After breaking so many records, like several records.
Y'all want to talk about how much people love Kill Bill. Even y'all, how many times did y'all say it on the Grammys last night? How many times did y'all say it? Sis, how many times? They said it so many times. Oh, SZA's coming out. SZA had 2 performances.
Right, y'all gave her 2 slots.
Y'all gave her 2 performances at the Grammys, but not give her. Y'all didn't even give her best best R&B album. So she deserved Album of the Year. Taylor Swift fans were singing SOS.
Yeah.
So it's just, to me, this is the thing that scares me about being in the music industry. Like, this is the thing, like, not saying that you do the things for the accolades and for the awards, but like to be acknowledged for all of the work that you grinded out for a year. Because we're only just talking about the year of the work actually being out. Right. We're not talking about the years that led up to it.
Right.
So it's like, for Black artists, we have to work 10 times, if not 50 times harder to even be recognized, to even be nominated. So it just doesn't make sense to me.
Taylor shouldn't have won.
A Black woman hasn't won since 1999, Miss Education of Lauryn Hill.
Wow.
It's 2024. So that's just all I really have to say.
Damn you, Grammy.
That's really all I have to say about the Album of the Year. It's just a lot of contradiction.
Yeah.
And a lot of disappointment, to be honest. There's a lot of disappointment. Because I think it's just a popularity contest.
It definitely is. And like I said, they proved Jay-Z's point. Like, his whole speech was based around what they just did. Like, crazy.
But I'm honestly glad that it happened. Because a lot of people, versus a lot of other times, like, they really were like rallying, like, this isn't like what was supposed to happen. So I will give the people that. So it was some interesting moments, but let's talk our favorite moments, because we did have some. We did have some favorite moments.
A few.
Now, what I will say, I did enjoy the performances this year.
There were some good ones.
The tribute to Tracy Chapman.
Yeah.
I love that. Like, she hasn't performed that
like 15
song.
years.
Sounded amazing. Like, it was just a genuine. It was a genuine moment. I loved the gospel tribute when they were doing the for the people that passed away for the year. Like, come on, Black Church. I think I better bring the Black Church to the Grammys. I live. The people ain't know what to do. They know what to do. I was like, y'all better. I thought Kirk Franklin was about to come out there in a second. I was living for it.
Yeah, Dua Lipa opened.
Oh, let me tell y'all something about Dua, right?
Dula Peep.
Mama has found out who she is.
Yeah. And that's
as
the thing,
artist,
like, own your artistry and give us that. Like, don't try to give us something
for
somebody else or force. Like, and I feel like she's definitely coming to her own as a performer.
She's found who she is as a performer. It was a great opening to the show. I was very, very, very impressed, and I think she's a star. Like, I mean, she's been a star. She's walking into her superstardom. Miley, though, best performance.
She might
best.
It might be.
It's definitely a contender for the best performance.
It's definitely
a contender for the best performance.
Yeah.
For her to come out.
Speaking about artistry.
Yeah.
Miley did that.
But since you and I, we've been there from the beginning. We've been there from the beginning.
Like, she's in her unapologetic.
Very unapologetic.
Era.
Very. I mean, you've only performed your number one hit. That was the third time. That was the third time you performed, and the other times were like given like at an event.
Yeah.
Not even an actual performance.
She ate that up.
She ate it up, and then channeling the greats.
Yes.
Dolly, Tina, had like, come on, like the vocals were on. She had fun. She enjoyed her performance. It was just, I mean, mind you, she did have an entire band, but I love how she had them elevated so you can just see her and the pushing of the mic stand at the end. I'm done. I'm out. I'm gone. It was so rock star. It was so rock star.
Yeah,
it was so rock star.
I loved it. And we talk about best. So we gonna talk about Fantasia.
Oh,
between Fantasia and Miley, they were my favorites.
Contenders for the best?
Yeah, they were my favorites of the night. Fantasia.
So happy for Fantasia. Fantasia, you had a great night.
Yeah,
you had a great night. I'm just glad that you are finally getting the flowers that you deserve. Like it's come so, like, it's a full circle moment for you, and I'm just happy that you're getting all of the opportunities that you are getting now.
Definitely,
like for sure.
She ate that up.
You didn't like Sis's performance, sis?
What?
You thought it was too much going on?
Too much going on.
Okay, I can see that.
News deserves so much more. Why is the set so dark and dim? Why are you coming out dressed as Jeepers Creepers? What's going on? And like, you put all that into like having the dancers and like with the sword fighting, which like goes with Kill Bill, but it was a no for me. It was a no.
A
strong no.
Wow. Maybe because I feel like I got where she was going, but my issue with SZA's performance is that it's always too much for no reason.
Yeah, like it's so elaborate. Like, before you leave the house, take something off.
Yeah,
that's what she should have did with this performance. It was a lot going on.
Yeah,
too much going on.
Yeah.
It took away from the vocals for me, from the song for me.
I thought she sounded good.
She sounded good, but it's like we can't see you.
It was giving Kelly motivation.
Like, we cannot see you, girl.
I mean, I got the story, but I agree with it being a little bit too much going on.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then let's talk about something good. Let's talk about Brandy being back on the Grammy stage in 2024. Giving you grand auntie, grand elites, money.
The
money.
Brandy
Norwood, brand new, baby. brand new.
Mama hit that hip step.
Yes.
Down the steps.
The knee boots.
The
accentuate
overcoat.
The hair.
Swooped over hair.
The MJB
hair.
shade says.
Yeah.
And pumps.
Pumps. Was pumping.
Pumps.
What was it?
I said.
And the mic
she worked her coats. No, the mic.
Sis.
She said, every pocket that I find, I'm going to give it to you. I was excited to see her. I think it was a pretty good show. It was a pretty decent show. Outside of the finale, I think we shouldn't give the Grammys the same amount of leverage that we've given it before, especially like with our community. I just want us to do better with like really putting the investment into the NAACP awards, the BET awards, and I see now that we have the I think it's like an honors award that comes on TV One, the Black Honors Award, like.
Soul Train.
If we Soul Train Awards, like if we really invested and put in the money back into our stuff.
Yeah. But I also think that is because a lot of our great Black and brown artists, they stopped attending those shows.
They have.
And I feel like now it's a circle moment because we praise like the VMAs, the Billboards, the Grammys. And when we got to those moments, it was like we kind of forgot like the community and like what the trajectory, what got us here. And like they just stopped attending those shows. So we don't even watch those shows anymore, and they kind of become a joke, like the BET Awards, because.
But also the production has to be better too, sis.
The production as well.
Like it has to be better. But I mean, I honestly can't really say that because if
you're nominated, so show up.
Yeah.
Especially this is your community. You know who's mostly going to be watching. So for you not to come and then praise and go to the Grammys and then get snubbed.
True. Speak. You better speak. Yeah.
But we definitely need to pour back into our community and ourselves. But I think a shift is coming.
I think a shift is something with the way that the music industry is going right now, and after what happened at the Grammys, I think there is a shakeup coming for sure.
We need it.
And we need it. Yeah. That's another one in the bag. How do you feel?
I feel great.
I think we covered it all, to be honest.
For my girl.
Yeah, I am.
Covered it.
We covered what needed to be covered.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm Rovomonty. This is... Who are you again?
Who am I again?
What is your name?
I'm Andre.
Wait, what did King say? Who are you and why are you talking? If you like what you've seen today, hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Share. We are trying to get to 300 subscribers by March. So we can't get there without your help, right?
Subscribe.